Your itchy eyes know they're out there. Thousands of
Got
allergens.
one more after this
Rub
one.
your eyes hundreds of times a day. Get full prescriptions.
Got it wide open.
Mm-hmm. It's fine.
Did I start it too soon?
Nope.
We pray for rain, we thank him when it's falling, cause it brings a grain and a little bit of money. We put it back in the plate, I guess that's why they call
Tagging a bunch of people.
Can't tag her. I ain't got nobody to tag. I tried going ahead and tagging people in this. Ain't nobody up. Ain't nobody willing or showing on my Facebook that I can tag. That's okay. Because whether I say it by myself or whether I just say it to one or two people, my feelings on Facebook are about to be known. I got a few topics we're going to talk about tonight. Some things have been bothering me. Things I've been watching. Some things that I've been hearing. I'm fixing to go ahead and I'm going to spill it right here on Facebook. And I'm fixing to say what I think I need to say. I was going to do it earlier, but by rights, it is 11:28. Still before midnight. Hopefully by midnight, I'll be actually off Facebook permanently. But we'll see. Just got back from a few friends, hanging out, enjoying some good times. One I hadn't seen in a long time. So yeah, I don't own any of the rights to the music. Let's get that out there right now. This is what I'm living in right now, is God's country. And I thought it was well due. They probably won't let me tag anybody because of the music. They probably shut the thing down because of the music. Tell you what, y'all can follow me on MeWe. I'll be on MeWe under Scott Tuttle. And I'll also be on Parler at Scott Tuttle 2018. You'll find me there. I will no longer be on Facebook as of tonight at midnight. I am done. I'm kissing Facebook goodbye. I pray to God you all don't have any problems with it. I had myself a nice little wake-up call. Hey, Dave. How you doing, Mr. Keeper? Brian Yowzy, how you doing? Yeah, I know it's late at night, but I'm just speaking my mind. My mind is gotten pretty strenuous here lately with all this stuff going on in Facebook, and you can shut that off now, babe.
Plus pay zero interest if paid in full.
Thank you. And the reason why I'm getting on Facebook, if you guys already haven't heard, I've made a post back on Monday, stating that Saturday at midnight, I will no longer be on Facebook come Sunday morning. Facebook's either going to remove me, they're going to delete my account, or I could very well end up having some feds show up at my house, if not the sheriff's office. It's no joke. What I'm fixing to say, some of it has been said on Facebook, but it's been shut down. Some of it has been said on the news channel, but it's been covered by the wrong angle. You got to be careful of your news. Watch your news. Look into your news broadcasters. Brian, David, you guys have Channel 7 up there, which is out of Watertown. WWNY TV. You need to be careful as far as how much you put into that. You need to make sure your television broadcasters are giving you the accurate information. If they're not giving you the accurate information, like mine aren't down here, it's a gray television broadcast. They are ran by a bunch of Democratic bureaucrats. If it doesn't fit the Democratic narrative, they will not post it. They will change their camera angles so all you see is what they're seeing. Makes you think that things are worse than what they really are. They're only showing you what you need to see to get you upset. The more people that get upset, the more people that they can get to fit their narrative about going out in the streets, raising more riots, and causing more issues. Our local sheriff's department has made that very clear here. They've already stood their ground on their facts, and I'm applauding them on all the way to the front and all the way to the back. My sheriff's department here in Bastrop also knows that if in a spur of the moment they need somebody to stand behind them to watch their back while they're trying to tend to what needs to be done, they know darn well they can count on us. They have no second thoughts. And if they do have a second thought, they need to come see us. There is enough of us here that will back them up 110% and then some. My first topic today is the September 15th no mask. This is involving the mask wearing. Our area down here, as of September 15th, is supposed to be not wearing masks. They're putting it all over Facebook. Don't wear a mask, don't wear a mask, don't wear a mask. If they wear it and they say it works for them, go ahead, wear it. But I'll tell you, if your mask works and it's protecting you, why do I have to when I'm not sick? People that wear masks are sick. Go to a hospital. See how many people wear masks. Now, remember back in the old days when we actually went in with a broken leg, a broken arm? Who wore the mask? Think about it for a minute. I'll give it to you. I got all night. Yeah, you're right. Doctors wore masks. Yep. Who else wore masks? When you go to the sick ward on the second floor there in Lowville, who wore the mask? If you were sick and you had pneumonia, guess what? You had to wear a mask. Anybody that came into that room had to wear a mask. Did it stop the spread of the flu? Did it stop the spread of pneumonia? Everybody that stood around somebody that was contagious got it. Just like the chicken pox. Vaccine didn't help that either. Think about that. And now, with that vaccine that they gave all those kids, guess what they have to deal with now? Once they hit 55, 65 years old.
Shingles.
Now they have to worry about the shingles. All because of a vaccine. Now, the second part of this problem is if we all stop wearing the mask, and I mean everybody, if we all stop wearing the mask, businesses won't let us in. Okay? We all stop wearing masks. We all can't go in the business because we're not wearing a mask. Guess what happens to that business? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month down the road. I'll tell you what's going to happen to that business. They're going to have to close the doors because they can't get no business inside their store. So what's going to happen? They're going to make either the employees wear the mask or they're going to drop the mask mandate. That's all it is. Mandate. Mandate is not law. Law is where you can go and get a fine. A mandate is a suggestion. Think about it. A suggestion is for what they say, the greater good. Put a mask on your face. Put a hat on your head. What do you look like? Come winter, put a toboggan, a comfortable hat that you would wear during the winter while you're out in the woods or riding around going from your vehicle to your house and wear a mask, what do you look like? What does everybody look like? You look like a freaking bandit. How are they going to tell you apart from anybody else when your face is all covered up? How are they going to know that you're not the person that robbed the store down the road because your face is covered up? Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg tonight. Now, if they decide to go ahead and drop their mask mandate, businesses open up, just fine and dandy. Go ahead. I don't mind just keeping your 6-foot distance. Especially when you're not from the same household. That's common courtesy. Not saying it works, but they say it's not supposed to spread so easy. But at the same time, now the businesses are making money. Now the businesses are staying open. Now you got money going back into your economy. It's making your economy better. Making your businesses better. This next section that I'm going to call suppression. This is just number 2 out of a few that I got going on tonight. It's going to get better. I've saved the best for last. Suppression. We have people down here in the South that say they're suppressed. I got a newsflash for you. Get off your goddamn ass and get a goddamn job that pays $40 and 40 hours a week and actually make some freaking money. If that money ain't good enough for you, get a better paying job. You're not suppressed. You're lazy. You want to know why you're lazy? Because the goddamn government's been paying your freaking checks. If your goddamn checks weren't coming in, guess what? Daddy's going to have to go to work to provide for the family. Daddy can't provide for the family when the government's gone ahead and gone to the wife and say, hey, you are better off to stay home with the kids. Get rid of your husband. Get rid of your boyfriend. Get rid of that father figure in the house. We'll take care of you. Government support. Welcome to welfare. Why are you suppressed? The government did it. Like I said, it gets better. I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of having to deal with it. I'm sick of having to look at it. I'm sick of having to hear it on the news every time I turn around. If people don't like it, they can tune me out. You want to hear the rest of it? Stick around. They say they're suppressed. I got a newsflash for you. Black people, black African American people, I don't care what you want to call them. I have friends down here that are black. I have friends here that are Americans. We all bleed red. We all were born here in America. If you're here, you've went through school here, you were born here, you're American. Get over it. If you don't like America, move out. There's other countries around here that'll be more than willing to take you. They're looking for that free food, the free help, the free benefits. If you got a problem with America, get out of America. Leave it for us Americans to deal with. Now, if you want to be here in America, act like an American. These people that are calling themselves suppressed, saying they need this or they want this, I tell you what, I got a newsflash for you. They've got colleges, they got college tuitions, they got college schools, they got sports, and they got jobs just for them. Special, skilled, or special people jobs. I don't want to call them special. I want to call them given. Suppression. Like I said, Facebook ain't going to let this go very far. If you think it's suppression, look it up. It's to keep somebody from getting where they want to be. The government's not doing that. The states aren't doing that. If that was the case, they wouldn't have all these little college hints. Oh, you're a great basketball player. Here's a college tuition to go to college. Find a white boy that can do that. Yeah, they got him in wrestling. They got him maybe in baseball. But I want to know something? Us white boys have to work just as hard. You put in the effort, you're going to get the effort and the effects from that effort back. You put in a 40-hour week, you're going to get paid for that 40-hour week. You put in that 60-hour week and you work your ass off for it at a $16 or $17 paying job, you're going to get those benefits for that. But you work and flip burgers at Burger King or McDonald's and expecting to make $15, $20 an hour to provide for a family of 6, you're the one that's suppressing yourself. Think about it. Next topic. I'm going to move right along. Voting. This USA, United States of America, right now is facing the biggest challenge that we have ever faced before. Whether you're right, whether you're left, whether you're liberal, whether you're conservative, whether you're Democrat, whether you're Republican, you are facing the biggest challenge right now between now and November. And I am going to actually say December. You're hearing it from me first. I'm saying December. Why am I saying December? Tune in. I'm going to tell you why. When it comes to this voting, I'm praying to God. Every red-blooded American that's been born in this country goes out to the polls and votes. You go out in groups of 4 or more, if you possibly can. Go out in groups. Hang together. I don't care if you vote for Democrat, Republican, whatever it is you're voting for. You go in groups. Why are you going to go in groups? Security and numbers. I'm telling you. Watch what I'm saying. I'm sick of covering it up. I'm sick of not it being said on the news. I'm sick about Facebook telling me I can't say this, I can't say that because there's no proof of it. The proof is in the pudding. If you go out to the polls and vote, they can't, and you actually cast your ballot right there at the voting booth, there's a better chance of you getting that vote in than them defrauding it. You mail it in, you kiss that vote goodbye. Don't believe me? Look at your mail voting ballots. Look at your numbers. It's been on Facebook. I'm going to repeat it. You got your numbers, and then you got one letter. R for Republican, D for Democrat. That's not secretive. How is that supposed to make sure you're going to go ahead and get your vote to whoever it's got to go to? Think I'm kidding? Put $500 on it. Stick it in a mailbox. In an envelope. Send it back to yourself. Send it to a family member. Send $500 cash. Send it to a family member. I bet you it won't make it. How in the world are you going to say that ballot's going to make it to be counted in time? Go in and vote. You don't go in and vote, you might as well not even vote at all. And that's your worst mistake. I'd rather you go in and vote than take a chance and not. That one vote, Democrat, Republican, Conservative, Liberal, I don't give a rat's ass. It's not about what it is. It's about getting out and voting. My fourth point for tonight. All these people that want to defund the police. Boy, I'm telling you, I can go on this for an hour in itself. But I'm going to make it short. I'm going to make it very short. Go ahead. Defund the police. Because I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of us redneck, broad-headed guys like me and others. And we are all over this U.S. We hunt. We'll sit in a tree stand for 6, 8, 9 hours a day. Freezing cold. Barely moving around in the thickest crap you can think of. Hoping to be able to get a shot off at meat for our freezers. Go ahead. Defund the police. Because right now, those police are the only ones that are protecting the BLM, Antifa, and all that crap as far as that NACS, or wherever you want to call it, which I do have that abbreviation for here in just a second. It's a NFAC. Yeah. I tell you, I've watched a few of those videos. 22 caliber bullets and a 223. Magazines put in backwards. Gun jams. Standing there all strong and prove. I have no problem with someone taking their Second Amendment right and putting it on paper. Congratulations. But by God, when the blood hits the floor, you better know how to operate it. Because if you don't know how to operate it, you're going to wish you had. Because you start bringing bullets and you start taking places that ain't yours, you're fixing to have a bigger problem than you know how to deal with. And you think I'm kidding? Defund the police and find out. Take the police away from you guys being protected by them. There's so many people out here that I know, so many of them, that are itching to defend their country one more time. Think I'm kidding? Pay attention. Facebook. Next topic. Oh, I gotta straighten my leg. Sitting on it, making it go numb for a little bit. Mark, good old Zuckerberg. This part is for you. You are a pedophile. I don't care what anybody says. They've got proof of it. They've caught you on that little island of Epstein's. You've been there. You want to know how I know? Your face, along with many others, have been put on Facebook showing that you have been there. Will Smith, Eminem, Oprah Winfrey, Justin Timberlake, Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah, I called her Degenerate. She's a lesbian degenerate. And there's much more. The Clinton Foundation, the Clintons, Michelle Obama, and her husband. Well, boyfriend. Yeah. Have you seen the videos of her? Yeah. She's no woman. Not by far. There's shows on Ellen that show her free winging it all the way across the stage while she was trying to do her little dance. Yeah. Michelle is actually a Michael. And just to go a little further into detail, there's actually clips on Google that you can Google yourself of Mr. Obama, Michael, and somebody else in the background as high school kids playing. Yep. Michelle Obama had a sex change. Look it up. Think I'm kidding? Google it. It'll pull it up. Don't use Facebook. Use Google. Hell, use Chrome. I don't care. Now, there was much more on that problem that I could go to, but I'm not. This NFAC calling out all our rednecks. I'm telling you, you can't handle us. If we actually showed up, if we didn't have to work, we would show up. But us red-blooded Americans that actually have to provide for a family have to work. So I'm going to make this very clear. Defund the police and watch what happens. That's all I'm saying. Defund the police, watch what happens. You want a civil war, it ain't going to be North versus South. It's not even going to be Republican, Democrat. It's going to be our red-blooded Americans saying enough is enough and we are taking our American soil back. Think I'm kidding? Wait. See what happens after the election. See what happens December. If it stays well. Trust me. This whole rioting thing, unless the National Guard and the sheriff's offices, the state troopers, get their act together and get something done with knocking this crap down, they're fixing to unleash more than they can handle. Because now they're just not going to be fighting against the BLM and Antifa. They're going to have us red-blooded Americans having enough with the holidays coming up and our families being picked on while we're sitting at a diner trying to eat a decent meal that we worked hard for. And when I mean we've worked hard for that money, every week, 40, 62 hours I've put in at my job. I refuse right now to go to any decent restaurant and eat out. Because if it was to happen, I'm afraid I'm going to kill somebody. Because the first time they'd get in my face and threaten me, raise your hand, you're damn straight. It'd come up and it'd be a strict uppercut. It'd knock the head right clean off their shoulders. Don't think I wouldn't. I'm in there trying to enjoy my meal in that restaurant, and that restaurant don't have what it needs to have to protect its people, its patrons that are going into that restaurant, and just let them march right on in there. We here in the South, we're allowed to open carry, unlike you people up there in New York. I feel sorry for you. I really do. Because of what happened in Brooklyn, what's happened there in the Bronx, you think it's just going to happen there? Think about it. This stuff will spread like freaking wildfire. Look at what happened in California here in the last couple of days. Talk about wildfires. It's God's way of cleansing this earth. He's fixing a clean house. If he can't clean it off with a good burn, he's going to swallow it up. And when I mean he's swallowing it up, he's going to go ahead and he's going to open that earth up and he's going to make California disappear. I can't say he's going to make it happen. I can't see the future. But look at what's going on. Read Revelations. Some of you guys, maybe you do read the Bible. Maybe you don't. But I tell you, history has a chance of repeating itself regularly. Why do you think we took history lessons when we were in school? hoping that we wouldn't repeat history. They don't need history repeating itself. Now, as far as the local sheriffs, my local sheriff's department down here loves us to death. I love them to death. And they know in a heartbeat all they have to do is stop at my front door. I don't care what it is. Cup of coffee, cup of milk. They just need to come in and chit-chat for a minute. Talk about something they can't talk about. Shoulder to cry on. We've got crap happening down here that make most men wobble in their knees. Cry into a big old puddle. This crap that we got going on down here, to a lot of people, is scaring the bejesus out of them. One of my cop friends, and I got cop friends down here. White, black, Asian, Greek, whatever you want to call them. I've got them all down here. I love them all. There's not a single cop on this force down here in Bastrop that I would not help out. And if they don't know that, it's about time they figured it out. I have no problem assisting an officer if that officer needed help. But that I've had officers, I've had talked with individuals, and those individuals have made it very clear that if the stuff that's happening in Baton Rouge, the stuff that's happening in Boston, the stuff that's happening in Minnesota, the stuff that's happened in Washington, D.C., in Washington State, if this shit that's been happening up there in the Bronx, New York City, was to happen here in our little town of Bastrop, Louisiana, I was told very specifically that this shit was not going to be taken lightly. These cops were going to be locking up the jails, locking up the offices, and they were probably all going to be going home. There was going to be no 911. When this stuff hits the fan, for real, there is going to be no 911. These cops are going home to protect their own families. Every one of them. I wouldn't blame them. Everybody needs to be home with their families and protecting their families. This is a right to carry state. A right to self-defend state. Not county, parish, or whatever. It is a right to carry state. Protect your own. And when I mean protect it like your life depended on it. If you can't protect it, what in the world are you doing? You need to get up. You need to vote. You need to protect your home. You need to protect the people you care about. If you can't protect the people you care about, you need to think about it. Because when this stuff goes down here in Bastrop or any other place, and they're running into these people on the highways, on the freeways, going to work, and they're having to dodge through people, and they're just standing there, causing delay in traffic, what's going to happen to that person in the car when he's late to work 3 or 4 times that week because you guys are out protesting? There's a good chance that boy, that woman, that man may end up losing his job. Now you got a pissed off guy. That pissed off guy is going to come back at that crowd. Why was he late? Because of that crowd standing across the highway. I think if you guys want to be protesting, you guys need to stay to the streets. Sidewalks. Stay off the interstate. Stay off the streets. Stay to the sidewalks. Because you go ahead and you get in our way too much, and you push it a little too hard, you may end up biting off more than you can chew. Steel bumpers don't chew very well. Tires don't taste very well. They leave marks. And this is the next point, my last point, I think. All these companies, businesses that support BLM and Antifa and the NFAC. whoever they think they are. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all of them. I don't care. I drink Coca-Cola. I was drinking Coca-Cola. I don't touch Pepsi. I can't stand the taste of it anymore. It leaves a better taste in my mouth. That's funny. Coca-Cola has done the same thing. 2.5 billion with a B dollars that they have contributed to the movement. That's just one. Google it. Companies that supported BLM and Antifa. It'll make you sick to your stomach just how our country has turned coward communist.
269 companies.
269 companies here in the U.S. that have turned tail. Oh, please, we done wrong. Oh, so sorry. Fuck them. Fuck them all. I was not born a slave and neither were they. My grandparents didn't own slaves and neither did theirs. My great-grandparents didn't own slaves and neither did theirs. How far they want to push it back? It's time to move on. Let's not repeat history. History 101. As of tonight, midnight, which it is, 12:02 down here. It is 1:02 up there in New York, where you all from. You're fixing to find out. I'm not joking. I'm done with this. You can find me on MeWe at Scott Tuttle, or you can find me on Parler at Scott Tuttle 2018. I wish you all the best. Vote. Get out and vote. I don't care. Go in crowds like I told you. Don't go to a voting booth by yourself. Please. Don't go by yourself. Don't let your girlfriend go to the voting booth by herself. Get out of the damn car and go with her. Have a couple of your buddies with you. Make sure she gets into that voting booth and votes. You mothers and fathers with kids that are turned 18 that are finally able to vote, get out with them. Get out of the damn car. Go into the area that you got to vote with them. Be sure to be with them. Don't go in there alone. I don't care if you vote Democrat, like I told you all earlier. Go in there together. This shit is getting real. This shit is getting nasty. It's starting to stink. And the sad part about it, New York, all that shit's running down here. Shit flows downhill. I'm not saying you guys were the cause of it. Lord knows I'm not. You got enough to deal with Cuomo. And I'm praying to God Carpinelli gets it. Because I'm telling you, Carpinelli gets it up there, and I will be able to carry my pistol up there because I'm sure that man will make it happen. And that's going to make that state a whole better state. A legal statewide open carry would be the best thing that state had ever done. Louisiana's awesome about it. Yeah, we have our problems with gun toters down here. We have our illegal carries. We have our criminals that get guns from a pawn shop or from somebody else or stealing it from someone's truck or someone's car or someone's home because they're at work making an honest living. Every state's going to have that problem. When you got criminals that are able to walk the street after being sent out from jail because, oh, you got to let this person go and let that person go. Otherwise, we can't sign that stimulus package. Get a job. You wouldn't need it. Some people can't have a job because their job literally depends on customer contact. I pray to God you guys can get unemployment. I'm praying to God you guys have husbands, fathers, brothers, sisters, somebody in that family that has a job that doesn't depend on that to get you guys by. Those people, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing them get that extra money for their income tax or their unemployment rates, helping them out like that. Most of our places down here in the South have opened up. There are still a few places that can't, but we've got our schools opening up here. Kids are having to wear masks, which is stupid. They're putting little cubicles, plexiglass cubicles. No contact with other students. The most important years of their life are being stuck behind a piece of plexiglass cubicle. You want to know the funny part? Some of our smarter parents down here, they're actually starting to homeschool their kids. The mothers are staying home and they're schooling their kids at home. They get to play with their brothers and sisters. Yeah, so big deal. Maybe they do have to go ahead and be online a couple hours a day or 2 or 3 days a week to make sure their scores are counted. Maybe they will end up having to go to school 1 day a week to turn in paperwork. But most of them are completely homeschooled by the mom and dad. I think this is pretty good. And Sherry, I see you tagged me in something. I don't know what it's about. I will know about it here soon enough. But thank you for tagging me in something. They probably already blocked me. Probably already prevented me from saying much more. I'd like to be able to hear some comments to find out what's all about. Oh yeah, here are some of the comments. Oh, let's see. We got Trump 2020 or don't vote. Well, I'd like to say that, but I'm not going to say that. I'm going to vote for Trump. That's all there is to it. It's going to be a Republican all the way across that board. Republican, 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 Republican. Every Democrat that's come across our board is being voted out. I know of many people down here that are going to have that. Trump is a great man. He has had some mouth issues, but that's what happens when you want to lead the country. You lead the country by example. He's brought our country back from a little bit of nothing thanks to the Obamas. Yep, I did. I carried a gun in the back of my pickup. You damn straight I did. Shotgun and a rifle. You damn straight. Can't do that in New York no more. Yeah, I'm still working through this too. I know you are. I know, Sherry, you're proud of me. It's all right. Because like I said, enough people see this, and it's going to be dealt with. We got to get the video out. I know, I don't have very many people. I've got 5 people on right now. They don't care. Some do. Some do. I had 400 people on my Facebook page this afternoon. 400 people that I have on my friends list this afternoon. I had 43 groups. 43. Everywhere from New York to California, from Texas, North, South Dakota, Michigan, Detroit, Chicago, Illinois, Kentucky, Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, I had 43 separate groups. Deleted every one of them. Waited all day. I had one person reach out to me in public. Saw me on the street, wanting to know what the world was going on. And I told her I was getting off Facebook. I'm done as of tonight. I'm deleting this account. The video will stay, providing somebody doesn't block it. We know who that is. But yeah. Enough is enough. I'm glad to see you. But like I said, MeWe, it's an app on your phone just like Facebook. You go to your Play Store, you download the app, you make a profile. You look me up, Scott Tuttle. Simple. You'll see me there. Second, Parler. That one there is Scott Tuttle 2018. Parler, just like Facebook. No Democratic bullcrap to go around. MeWe, you can also post guns, ammo. You can also post rebuild kits. You can also post multiple things on MeWe. It's not government owned. It's literally ran by one individual or two individuals. It's a very small company that they've got that run MeWe. The government has nothing to do with it. Parler, same way. It's not like Facebook. I'm not going to say it is. But you can get into groups, you can follow people, you can up their votes, you can do everything that you do here on Facebook except for live videos like I'm doing right now. You can post live content or post videos on either one, but you got to go to your phone, record the video, and then send it to Parler or MeWe. There is no, as far as I can tell as of right now, no one-on-one live contact, which this really isn't either, because I don't really have anybody up here in my little circle, hanging in there trying to see what was going on, nothing like that. But yeah, it is what it is. But yes, like I said, I read out everything that's been on my mind. I have not forgotten anything, other than the fact that if BLM and Antifa are supported by a business or a company, they can kiss my business goodbye. If they keep a cop from eating or being served at a restaurant, I will not eat at that restaurant. If a business doesn't allow a fireman, ambulance, cop, army, Navy, I don't care, and they support BLM and Antifa, I'm out. If they don't support our military and our first responders, I'm out of there.
What the?
I no longer will deal with it. Period. I'm done. Have a good night. Sleep tight. And I will not be back.